Located at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, Singapore occupies a strategic position between the South China Sea and the Straits of Malacca, making it a pivotal shipping and trading hub. Its geography places it in close proximity to major Asian economies, especially Malaysia to its north and the expansive Indonesian archipelago to its south and west. This geographical advantage greatly influences its regional trade and geopolitical significance. Demographically, Singapore presents a mosaic of cultures with a population that surpasses 6 million people. Predominantly, its residents are of Chinese descent, but there are also substantial Malay and Indian communities. This ethnic composition stems from historical migration patterns, driven by Singapore's stature as a major trading port. The nation's linguistic diversity is evident in its official languages: English, Mandarin, Malay, and Tamil, each representing the primary ethnic groups. In schools, students are typically versed in both English and their respective mother tongues. Reflecting its multicultural fabric, Singapore also hosts a variety of religious practices, including Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, and Hinduism. From a small island with limited natural resources to one of the world's most prosperous nations, Singapore's journey is nothing short of awe-inspiring. Its meteoric rise can be attributed to a combination of visionary leadership, strategic planning, and an unwavering commitment to adapt and innovate. So, what led to Singapore becoming rich? Let's explore the critical factors behind Singapore's transformation. Number 1. Visionary leadership. Arguably the most significant factor in Singapore's transformation was the leadership of its founding Prime Minister, Lee Kuan Yew. Under his guidance, Singapore embarked on a rigorous nation-building journey after gaining independence from Malaysia in 1965. Lee recognized that for Singapore to survive and thrive, it had to have a unique value proposition. He focused on making Singapore an oasis of stability in Southeast Asia, attracting foreign investments. Number 2. Its strategic location. Singapore's advantageous position at the intersection of crucial shipping routes has historically made it a nexus for maritime trade. This natural advantage, combined with the nation's continuous investment in port infrastructure, has enabled it to handle a vast amount of global sea freight efficiently. The Port of Singapore is a testament to the city-state's foresight and adaptability. By incorporating the latest technologies and streamlining operations, it has managed to consistently cater to an ever-growing global demand for port services. This commitment to excellence not only brought considerable revenue from transshipment but also cemented Singapore's reputation in the maritime industry. Furthermore, this strategic location became a magnet for multinational corporations. With easy access to major markets in both the East and West, setting up regional headquarters in Singapore made logistical sense. The resulting influx of businesses and trade, in turn, brought a myriad of job opportunities and contributed significantly to the nation's GDP. On a broader scale, Singapore's location has allowed it to play a pivotal role in regional politics and commerce. As a hub, it facilitates dialogue, trade, and cooperation among ASEAN countries and other global powers, thereby asserting its influence far beyond what its size might suggest. Number 3. Its emphasis on education. Recognizing its limited natural resources, Singapore identified human capital as its most valuable asset and prioritized investment in education. The government undertook a comprehensive overhaul of the education system, aligning curricula with the requirements of targeted industries. Such forward-thinking measures produced a workforce adept in specialized fields, ready to cater to the needs of evolving global markets. This emphasis on education has borne fruit, with sectors such as finance, electronics, and biotechnology thriving in the city-state. By ensuring a consistent flow of well-trained professionals, Singapore has positioned itself as a global leader in these industries, showcasing the profound impact of aligning education with economic strategy. Number 4. Attracting foreign direct investment. Singapore's strategic approach to woo foreign investors centered around creating a conducive business environment. By instituting low tax regimes, building cutting-edge infrastructure, and minimizing bureaucratic red tape, the city-state positioned itself as an attractive destination for global corporations. This decisive move paid dividends, evidenced by industry heavyweights such as Hewlett-Packard and Shell establishing substantial bases in Singapore. The presence of such multinational corporations not only elevated the nation's economic stature but also solidified its reputation as a premier global business hub. Number 5. The rule of law and zero tolerance for corruption. The country's unwavering dedication to the rule of law set it apart from many of its peers. By establishing and stringently enforcing anti-corruption measures, the government ensured transparency, fairness, and trust in its institutions. This commitment not only bolstered confidence among its citizens but also attracted international businesses seeking a stable and predictable environment. Consequently, companies could focus on innovation and growth without the constant threat of corrupt practices, fostering an atmosphere where both domestic and international enterprises could flourish. Number 6. Developing world-class infrastructure. Singapore's vision extended beyond immediate needs, focusing on long-term infrastructure development that would seamlessly integrate with its urban planning and economic goals. The establishment of Changi Airport, repeatedly recognized as one of the world's best, epitomized the nation's ambition to be a global nexus for air travel, enhancing connectivity and facilitating trade and tourism. Similarly, the meticulous design of public transport systems ensured easy and affordable mobility for its residents, reducing traffic congestion and promoting efficient urban living. Moreover, by investing in cutting-edge telecommunication infrastructure, Singapore positioned itself as a digital powerhouse, ready to embrace the future. This forward-thinking approach was complemented by a deep-rooted commitment to sustainability, reflecting the nation's understanding that economic growth and environmental stewardship can and should coexist. This holistic perspective on infrastructure made Singapore an attractive destination for both businesses and individuals worldwide. Number 7. Adapting to global trends. Singapore's leadership has consistently demonstrated a remarkable knack for anticipating and adapting to the ever-evolving global landscape. Early on, they discerned the limitations of relying solely on labor-intensive industries for growth. Recognizing the potential of the burgeoning knowledge economy, they pivoted their focus towards developing sectors that leveraged intellectual capital, such as finance, biotechnology, and information technology. This proactive approach ensured that Singapore remained an attractive hub for multinational corporations seeking a skilled and educated workforce. Furthermore, as the digital revolution began reshaping economies worldwide, Singapore was among the first nations to embrace this transformation. It wasn't just about adopting the latest technologies but about fostering an ecosystem where innovation could thrive. The government's initiatives in promoting tech startups, investing in digital infrastructure, and integrating technology into education are testament to their foresight. By always being attuned to global shifts and nimbly adjusting its strategies, Singapore has managed to stay not just relevant, but often a step ahead in the global arena. Number 8. Economic diversification. Singapore's decision to diversify its economy stemmed from a pragmatic understanding that over-reliance on one sector could make the nation vulnerable to global economic shifts. By branching out into various sectors such as finance, manufacturing, and logistics, Singapore ensured multiple pillars of economic strength. Each sector brought its own set of international partnerships, investments, and growth trajectories, making the country's economy more resilient. The move into tech and biomedicine in recent years was a forward-looking step, tapping into industries at the forefront of global innovation and demand. As industries like finance and manufacturing faced their own sets of challenges, sectors like tech and biomedicine offered fresh avenues for growth and global collaboration. This multifaceted economic approach not only provided stability during uncertain times but also positioned Singapore as a versatile and adaptive player on the global stage. Number 9. Stable political environment. Investors, when making long-term decisions, prioritize environments where they can predict the landscape for the foreseeable future. Singapore's stable political environment, underpinned by its consistent governance and policies, provided a bedrock of assurance for both domestic and international stakeholders. This stability reduced the risks associated with policy fluctuations or political upheavals, factors that often deter investment in many regions globally. While critics have pointed out restrictions on political freedoms and expression in Singapore, it's evident that the trade-off has been a highly stable, predictable, and orderly environment. This consistency gave businesses the confidence to make significant capital commitments, knowing that regulatory changes wouldn't unexpectedly disrupt their operations. Such reliability and trust in governance are pivotal factors that propelled Singapore into becoming an attractive global hub for businesses and investments. Number 10. Embracing globalization. Singapore's visionaries recognized early on the potential advantages of being a node in the global network, rather than being insular. By enthusiastically welcoming globalization, the city-state positioned itself as an indispensable bridge between East and West, as well as between developed and emerging markets. The establishment of numerous free trade agreements not only lowered barriers for Singaporean businesses but also made the nation an attractive base for multinational corporations seeking efficient access to markets around the world. Furthermore, this proactive international strategy allowed Singapore to transcend the limitations of its size. By interweaving its economy with global currents, it managed to reap the benefits of worldwide growth trends. As a result, despite its small land area and population, Singapore's influence on the global stage, especially in economic and trade forums, is disproportionately large, embodying the essence of a global city that seamlessly integrates with the world's major economies. Singapore's meteoric ascent on the global stage serves as a compelling narrative of how a country, with limited natural resources, can harness its intrinsic strengths to achieve remarkable success. The cornerstone of its journey lay in the foresight of its leaders, who realized early on that the nation's real wealth was its people and its strategic position. By investing relentlessly in human capital and infrastructure, and by creating an inviting ecosystem for businesses, Singapore transformed itself into a hub of innovation and commerce. Moreover, the story of Singapore underscores the importance of agility in the face of changing global dynamics. Rather than being static, the nation continuously recalibrated its strategies, ensuring it remained at the forefront of global economic trends. For emerging nations or those in transition, Singapore's trajectory serves as a beacon, illuminating the myriad possibilities that arise from unwavering dedication, thoughtful governance, and a willingness to evolve with the times. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or enjoyable, please give it a thumbs up. To stay updated with our latest content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. Your support is truly appreciated. See you in the next video.